ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नारायण परावेदा देवानारायणाङ्गजाः नारायण परालोका नारायण परामखाः नारायण परो योगो नारायण परन्तपः नारायण परज्ञानं नारायण परागतिः तस्मातेकेन मनसा भगवान् सात्वतां पतिः श्रोतव्य कीर्तितव्यश्च ध्येय पूज्यश्च नित्यदा। जयति जगति मायां यस्य कायाधवस्ते वचनरचनमेकं केवलं शाकलय्य ध्रुवपदमपि यातो यत्कृपातो ध्रुवोऽयं सकलकुशलपात्रं ब्रह्मपुत्रं नतास्मि। Sarvebhyah Namaskaraha. We are seeing the Narada Bhakti Sutras and we have completed up to 68 sutras. And Sri Narada is telling about the glory of the para bhaktas, that is the bhaktas who have parama prema towards Bhagavan. And in this sutras also, he continues with that topic. Sutra 69. Tirti kurvanti tirtani, sukarmi kurvanti karmani, Sachastri kurvanti shastrani. That is, he is telling that the sacred places become more sacred because of the presence of such para bhaktas. These bhaktas, they have dissolved their individuality, and what remains is only bhakti. So some places on earth, they are so pavana, they are so pure and divine because of some incidents there. Some places where, for example, Govardhanagiri, it is so pavana, it's so pure and divine because Bhagavan Krishna lifted it. Ayodhya, the place of Bhagavan Sri Ram, Kailasha, and many places in the south also, Tirupati, Tiruvannamalai. Like this, these places are divine. They are divine by itself. When such people, they go there, they make that place more divine. So Govardhana, so that Giri itself is divine. When the Parama Prema Bhaktas, when they go there, they make the place more and more divine. They get the vibration, they spread the vibration in that place. They are also influenced by the vibration of the Govardhanagiri, and they spread more vibration to the surroundings. So when ordinary people, when we all go there, we get that good feel, and that's why we feel so happy, and we got a good darshan of Bhagavan. Like this, we say because we have that feeling. Like this, some places like Tirupati, or when we go to Ganga, that river itself is so pure and divine. Many people like this, they are the great bhaktas and great yogis, they take a dip in Ganga, and that is present in that water. So when we go and take a dip there, it makes us so pure. So that is the importance of the pilgrimage centers. So tirti kuruvanti tirtani. Already the places are divine. When these bhaktas, they go there, they make the place more divine. It is very rare to find such bhaktas. And the next thing is, so karmi kurvanti karmani. That is, they make these para bhaktas or the bhaktas with parama prema or parama bhakti towards Bhagavan. They make the karmas more and more divine and auspicious. That is why we invite some great pujaris or some great yogis to do Shiva puja or Vishnu puja. For them, there is no need to do puja because they have crossed all these stages. But we invite some great rishis and yogis even now to do perform a puja, or sometimes we invite some great priest or great bhaktas from the temple, and we invite them to our house and we respect them, do pada puja and request them to do some puja in our puja room. So all this we do because they spread divinity there. We also do that puja, but if they do that puja, they make that it becomes more powerful because of their internal vibration. They are always connected with Bhagavan. They do not have any ego, individual feeling or any ego. They are always connected with Bhagavan. So when they do the puja, it makes the karma, whatever karma it may be, it makes them more divine. We invite some great yogis or rishis like this, or great bhaktas. We invite them and to do the put the foundation stone for the divine place or for a public place. We do all that. It's a common practice even now. It is to make the karma more divine. We invite them to perform the yajna. We have read all this in the scriptures. Sage Vishwamitra or Sage Vashishta, they go and perform yajna in the common place because it makes that karma more divine. It is not only the necessary for them, Sage Vasishta or Vyasa, they do not need to do this yajna because they have already attained that para bhakti stage. But they do it to make the ritual or that karma more divine. That's why sukarmi kurvanti karmani. Just such shastri kurvanti shastrani. That is, they are the living example of the Sastras. We get this knowledge from reading the Sastras or by someone explaining the Sastras. When we read it or when we learn it from some source, we may think that is it possible that an Atma Bhakta or a Bhakta who doesn't have the ego, is it possible? Is it possible? We have thought like this. Is it possible in the Kali Yuga? There are few examples even now, still now they are there. Maybe we may not know it because they don't advertise themselves, they don't come in the public, but there are bhaktas. It is very rare to see them. It is very rare to see a person who has dissolved his individual ego in bhakti. It is very difficult to see such people, but there are bhaktas. So when we see such people, they are the living proof or the proof of the authority of the Shastras. We have seen that Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, he is the great Kali Bhakti who has dissolved his ego in Kali Ma. So that's what we read in the text. So it is the living example. And Ramana Maharshi, for him only Atma exists, nothing else. So he is the living proof or the authority for the Upanishads. So like this, there are rare rishis or bhaktas who are the authority or the living examples for the Shastras. That's what Sage Narada says. They are these bhaktas are the proof of para bhakti for the next generation and future generation. Next sutra, Sutra 70 is Tanmaya. Tatmaya. That is, they are filled with that. Filled with that means what? Filled with that bhakti. They cannot separate themselves from Bhava. They are completely filled with bhakti. They do not have any individual desires. They live in this world itself for bhakti. That they do not have any other purpose for existence. We all have our own purpose for existence. We have our own family, friends, office or something. But in between, we also worship Bhagavan. But these bhaktas, they just live to worship Bhagavan. Their preference is bhakti. All the other thing or their next preference, the second preference, even their job or taking care of the family is next preference for them. They live in the family because they do not have any other place to go. So that is tanmaya. They are filled with bhakti. They have completely dissolved their little ego in that bhakti. We all keep the ego first and behind that we keep bhakti. But those bhaktas, they have dissolved their ego in bhakti. They are not aware of the body or the mind. They are not conscious of it. They are only conscious of Bhavan all the time. And they are just unconcerned about the others' remarks or they are just unconcerned about how the world reacts to them or how the other people think of them. They are just absolutely not aware of it even if they hear it, or even if someone tell them on their face that you are like this and insult them, they just don't care because they are not aware of this body and mind. A person can insult or hurt or praise or appreciate either our mind, intellect, or body. When we are not aware of it, when we do not identify it, so what matters if anyone tell about it? And whether it is positive or negative, they are not aware of it even. Even if they hear it, they are not concerned about it because they do not have that individual ego. They have dissolved everything in bhakti. It's very rare to see such bhaktas. And whatever we all praise our achievements, we all expect others to praise our achievement because we have that individual ego. For them, in that para bhakti, in that complete bliss, even if others praise them for their achievement, or if others tell that you are a great bhakta, it is nothing compared with the bliss they experience in that para bhakti. Or if someone insult them, what a person you are so ugly, or not clean, or like that. They are not concerned about it because they are always internally, they are experiencing the bliss of bhava. Here I would like to tell about the great bhakta Atmajnani Sadashiva Brahmendra. By someone misunderstanding, the Raja who was ruling that kingdom, he cut one hand of Sadashiva Brahmendra by some misunderstanding. He was so he didn't care for it. And when the patan of the Maharaj, that is the soldiers of the Maharaj, they came, we are going to cut your hand because for this offense, he just stretched out his hand and kept quiet. And the people there cut off his hand. He just walked off. The blood is coming from out of that cut portion. He is not concerned about it. He just walked off. Then only the Raja realized that what we did was wrong, and he was a great yogi, because no one was able to understand that he was a great yogi because he doesn't show off. These bhaktas or the jnanis, they don't advertise or they don't expect others to recognize them or appreciate them because their little ego has dissolved. They know only Bhava. And these people, they spread out this vibration wherever they are. And that is the next sutra. Modante pitaro nrityande devataha snatha cheyam bhur bhavati. Modante pitaro, that is, pitaro means here it refers to the ancestors. The ancestors were so happy that such a person is a great bhakta in their line. They blessed him, and it is said in the scriptures that the 7 generations, all their sins are expiated by the presence of such a bhakta in their family, and in the future generation also all their sins will be expiated because of the presence of such great person in their family. So the Pitru, that is the ancestors, they are so happy to have such a great bhakta in their line, and they praise him and they make all convenience or everything for him to practice bhakti. So not only the immediate relatives of the bhaktas get benefit of it, who are all come in connection with these bhaktas, whether they may be distant relatives or friends or neighbors, whoever are in connection with this bhakta, they all get the benefit of it. You may remember the story of Pundanam Tirumeni of Kerala, and he was very famously known as the Pundanam. And his servant, she got liberation along with this bhakta because she served him. So whoever come in connection with these bhaktas, they also are liberated, or they also get that feeling of para bhakti, says the sage Narada. And Nrityandi Devataha. These devatas here actually means the governing forces of this nature. They are pleased by the presence of such a great bhakta because they can align with this bhakta. We may remember that the bhaktas, that is the great yogis, they make the body light and they fly in the air. That is, they align with the air. And some bhaktas, they align with the nature, just like rain or sun, heat, or everything. So they understand the nature that even the birds and animals can understand, because they do not have this much ego like man. It is the ego of a person that separates him from Bhagavan as well as from nature. So when that ego is dissolved, they align with everything around them, whether it is other person or whether it is nature. So the governing forces of the nature, they so feel comfortable with this bhakta. So that's why the devas are so happy. And next is the Snatha Cheyam Bhur Bhavati. That is this earth also. Bhu, that is earth also is so happy by the presence of such a great bhakta. Because we all disturb the earth in so many ways. We do not understand the way of earth. We take advantage of earth, which dig the earth for unnecessary reason. We just make the earth so dirty because we want to clean our house. We put all the dirt on the earth without caring for it or without disposing it in the proper manner. So we do not care for the earth. But these great bhaktas, they do not feel any difference with the nature or with this earth or Bhagavan or anything, because their little ego has dissolved. And so they align with the forces of earth. And it is usually they say that even a rock has memory. When a great yogi sit and meditate on that rock, or when a great bhakta, he practice that bhakti on sitting on a rock, even after many years, that rock remembers it. It has the impression of it. So when any naive person go and sit on the earth, they get some feeling of internal happiness or divinity, because that impression is transferred to us. So like this, when a great bhakta is there on the earth itself as well as that place, it remembers that bhakta. He is in complete alignment with that place. That's why when people come there, they also get that vibration. We go to great samadhis and we worship great rishis, great bhaktas. We go to their house where they have stayed, and we go to the temple where they have visited, and many places are there. So it is because of that. Their presence, their vibration, still before 100 years they would have been, they would have gone there, but still their vibration exists there. And so the earth is also happy, says Sage Narada. I will continue with the next sutras in my next video. Om Namo Narayana.